Now, the Oedipus complex, starting the part two of these single mother, uh, Oedipus mothers, mama boys. It's in the ancients was always concerned about family. The Greeks, the ancient Greeks and Romans, and the Israelites, they was all concerned about the family life because life was surrounded, or life was dictated by the family. And so your upbringing, if you had your mother and your father, it was very important. And they taught lessons about this situation. But anyhow, you got in the beginning, he told Adam to leave his mother and cleave to his wife. And so this is what the Oedipus complex is pretty much bringing out and giving male and giving men the understanding this is what they must do. See, they can't live as a boy forever. It has to come a time where they leave their mothers and they become a man and they cleave to their wife or wives. Now let's get that. Salakia. Bear with me 1 second. When you go into Genesis chapter 2 and 24, it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. See, this is what must be done. But when these single mothers raise these boys and the girls, they cleave to their children because they don't have a man, and they cleave into their children for their identity and for their needs when they should be cleaving to a man. And so you have a major problem with that, because look at this. Isaiah 3 and 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. So he's saying that the children going to end up being oppressors. They not going to have the understanding of what way to go. Look at it, goes on to say, "O my people, that which they which lead you cause you to error and destroy the way of your paths." See, when this woman is leading these children with no man, and she's ruling over her household, she's leading these people to destruction. She's leading these people into paths of error, where you have a man still living as a boy in his mind, depending on his mother's opinion and his mother's feelings, and his living in his mother's perception. You see, this is why America, when you have 75% of the households, especially in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American communities, these people have all chaos and all kind of drama going on in their households because they're single parent households with the single mothers, not even the single parents. See, a father, he could be a single parent and those children would come out correct. Those children would come out with balance. You see, now the female, she was she is innately uh feminine. And so she's gonna be learning from her father how to deal with a man as a woman so she can go into a relationship and know how to deal with a man. She's not gonna be lacking on anything by not having a mother there to show her how to deal with a man. She already gonna know because she had a father. She was dealing with a man. She know how to deal with him. Now the man, he's gonna know how to be a man. You see, because the women gonna have to learn how to be with him. He's not gonna, and he's not gonna have a mentality where um he not being who he is. He's being something outside of himself. He's gonna be who he is. He's gonna be a man, but he might need to sympathize with women in certain areas, and he might lack in his sympathy. But he's gonna know who he is. He's not gonna be lacking in his identity. See, when you take that man out of that house, people lose their identity. They lose who they are because they coming with the perspective of the woman, a helpmate, somebody that was built to be a nurturer and a helper. She wasn't built to hold all of this weight on her shoulders. She's not the strong vessel, she's the weaker vessel. And so this is what these people don't understand about them saying they don't need a man to raise their children. Single mothers need men, and they need men that's gonna help them with these children. I don't care if it's some other man. They got to come in there and they got to help this uh, woman with these children. Now I'm thinking Peter talks about this situation. He says, where is it? Now look what he said about Sarah. He gave you an example about Sarah. He said, even as Sarah obeyed Adam, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. And then verse 7, he says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto a weaker vessel. So he's treating this woman and understanding that she's weaker than he is. So he's going to have to sympathize with this woman. He can't treat her like she's a strong, hard vessel. She's a weak vessel. He got to treat her knowing how she is and deal with her with knowledge, instruct her, and give her instruction thoroughly. Because pretty much if the children don't have this man when he's supposed to be the ruler over this household, they gonna be totally blind. Now look at another one I want to get, Deuteronomy 6:7. It says, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. Verse 8, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them upon the posts of your house and on your gates. See, this is these rules, these uh, the way that these parents is walking. They gonna have to teach these children this is how life go. But if this woman is in the house, she cannot teach them anything about a man when both of these people gonna need to know about a man. She can't teach the woman about a man, the daughter about a man, and how to deal with a man, and how to follow directions from a man, and how to submit to a man. She can't teach this boy child to be a man. He's gonna be looking for a woman to be his leader, to be his mother, to pamper him, to baby him, to walk him through every little step in his life. That's why when the boys was initiated in the ancient world, they would take them away from the mother. I need to take you out of this house away from your mother where she's pampering you, and give you a weapon and tell you to survive out here in this jungle, and you be a man. See, we don't care how many animals, vicious animals out here, you be a man and you deal with these animals. You got you a weapon, and you learn how to live and defend yourself and depend on yourself, not depend on your mama, not to depend on me, but I'm going to bring you to this point. I'm going to be the one to be able to bring you to the point where I can let you go and walk away and push you to be a man. And this is what these men need as little boys at 12 years old. Now, I want to add something in here because it was an example that I want to bring out. I think it's in the gospel. Should be in the beginning of Matthew, if not the beginning of Luke. Okay. So it might be in the beginning of Mark. Let me check that. So it might be Luke. Let me check Luke. Okay, so let's check John. If I can't find it there, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so I'm going to leave that where it is. What I was looking for is when the Messiah was a little boy, he he was 12 years old, and he was missing. So the mother about to have a heart attack. She looking everywhere. Where is the Messiah? Where is he at? And she found him, or when he showed up, he told him that he was with the priest, and I think he told her, he said, "I'm here to do my father's business." So it's a time at a young age that these boys should become men and not depend on their mothers. And so it's not saying that they can't visit their mother in every blue moon, but their mindset got to be, I'm not up under my mother, and she's pampering me like a little boy, or I don't want to look for a wife that's like my mother, pampering me. See, this is not the mentality, but this is pretty much the Oedipus complex that is on a lot of these men. We call them simps, and they call them mama's boy, because they don't understand that they supposed to be an alpha male. They supposed to be fighting for the top spot. They supposed to be the strongest, toughest man that they can be, and they don't go off of a perspective of a woman. And this is what's destroying the men of our nation, especially the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's hard to find a man around him because most of them was raised with single mothers, pampering them to their old men. They be in a nursing home talking about mama, 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 ready to fight about their mama. See, this is the mentality of these mama boys, these Oedipus mothers, raising them to be this way. I think I'm gonna do a part 3, pretty much be more of a testimonial, but I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash, Shalom.